All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Frank Holmes. He is the executive chairman of Hive Digital Technologies. And Frank, great to have you back again. How are you?
I'm outstanding. It's good to be back in North America after being in Turkey and Greece and African safari. I'm so good to be back. I feel great. Have my legs back in North America.
Good stuff. Well, we're glad to have you along, and you've got some production numbers out for June. And Frank, when you read sort of the look through of all the production numbers, it seems consistency and reliability are the two things that pop into my head right away because the numbers continue to be just that.
Yeah, I think that it's really a strategy. When we look at Michael Saylor in America has led the charge on putting Bitcoin on his balance sheet. And now we're seeing other public companies look at as putting them as in addition to having cash. So that's always been the theme of Hive. Hive was the first crypto mining company, and we immediately started putting Ethereum and then Bitcoin on our balance sheet. Today, we don't have Ethereum on our balance sheet, but we have Bitcoin, and we grew it by 2% month over month. And now I think we're hodling over 2,500 Bitcoin.
Yeah, so obviously you've got a value exceeding $140 million as of July the 7th. You rose by about 2% as far as the mining is concerned. And it looks like you're continuing to upgrade the machinery as well with the ones that you've ordered.
We've ordered and we continue to order more. It's been a monthly strategy of always upgrading machines. And so that means we become more and more efficient and our exahash grows. So that I think that it will increase our exposure to Bitcoin. And we've gone through the halving where we're doing 9 Bitcoin a day and it fell down to 4 with the halving. And so now is our journey is to rise above. The biggest challenge though has been green energy, sourcing big scale green energy. And that's always what Hive's been about, not being on a grid where there's lots of coal energy, but green.
Yeah. Frank, you also mentioned in the news release that you've ordered more machines as you just talked about, but that those are going to be delivered soon. So how much process does it take to get those new machines up and running? And is that something that the company has gotten pretty good at? Because I know you've changed them quite often.
That's a great question. We were told today from Asia that they're ready to be shipped. So the faster they fly them over here, because they don't put it by cargo ship, they fly them, and we can install them immediately into our system, and it will increase our footprint by 10% of our production. So that's what's very exciting. I think what's really important for the listeners is to realize, Bitcoin empowers people to manage their wealth without banks. And still the banking lobbyists are so anti this because Bitcoin is PayPal on steroids. And it's to recognize that it gives, when I was in Africa, you think that people they don't need bank accounts. They use their cell phone. Everything is transferred back and forth, and debits and credits off digital money has been existing for over 2 decades, and it's only grown dramatically in Africa. So Bitcoin really isn't something to be worried about. It really is a way to democratize finance globally.
Yeah. And lastly, you feel comfortable where Hive is as you get set towards the second half of 2024. You're happy where the company's at right now and where they're going?
Where we're positioned, yes, we're working on some very exciting green energy opportunities. We're working on improving our facilities. We're looking at where we're taking our facilities to upgrade them for the huge HPC build out that's taking place. So we're very excited about our journey. We still stay lean and mean in how we run our business.
Frank, congratulations on June. It was a very busy month for you and the team. I know that, and we'll look forward to our next conversation. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. But last thing I wanted to share with you is that we do also have the lowest G&A to mine a Bitcoin and the lowest shareholder dilution. And I think that's really important for those who are Hive shareholders to be cognizant of that.
Yeah, well said for sure. For Frank Holmes, Executive Chairman of Hive Digital Technologies.